My name's David Lakin. I'm Head of Education and Safeguarding and Education Policy here at the IET, and it's my privilege on behalf of the IET and the D&T Association to welcome you all to this evening's ceremony.
Hi and welcome to the 2021 Design and Technology Association Awards programme. This is our best, unique celebration of everything that's good in design and technology across the country. We put out a search early in the year for as many cases of good practice as possible, and when they come in we try and narrow down, and what we've got here this evening is the best of the very best. It's my favourite event of the year. It's just a celebration. It's positivity all night long, so sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy it.
It is brilliant to have you here. Last year, Tony and I were in the IET, in a theatre, on our own, with Jake videoing us, and lots of award winners on a screen that kept popping up. And Tony and I had to sort of suddenly realise who was there, talk to them, go back, do the presentation. I mean, it was quite bizarre, but it worked. It worked. And as David has just said, it is remarkable how we have adapted in so many ways to doing things differently. And some of those ways are really useful and beneficial. So thank you all for coming and enjoy the evening.
30 years ago, I decided to be a DT teacher. And like many of my fellow teachers at the time, I came from a background as a designer. Now I'd like to think that many of us went into that career because we have a passion for creativity and design, and it's something we want to share with students. In all those years since, I've seen many changes to the syllabus, to the teaching, to the subject itself. But there's still some valuable skills in there that have stood the test of time. We can teach students to learn theory. We can teach them to pass exams, or we can just teach them manual skills. But for me, where the subject really comes alive is where they get to use their creativity and they come up with ideas that are truly innovative. I think innovation really is at the heart of this subject. I do lead by example. I do believe in that as well. And that's why I make so many resources. I like to show students that the designs can be innovative, that they don't just have to look at it in books or in videos. So for that reason, I often make many products, but things like teaching aids, modular toys, low-cost braille box which teaches children who are losing their eyesight to read braille, low-cost flat pack solutions for teaching about mechanisms. I think an innovation in many of these products is that they are all cost effective. And in the world today, that's an important thing in itself. So obviously for this reason, I'm delighted and very proud to receive an award for innovation and creativity. And with that in mind, I'd like to thank those who nominated me, Boxford for sponsoring the award, and of course Data for choosing me to be the recipient this year. As a long-time supporter of what Data do in supporting design and technology, this award means a great deal to me.
Hello there from the team at Boxford. It's our privilege to be able to sponsor the Innovation and Creativity and Design Technology Award, and our sincere congratulations to the winner, Paul Woodward. Over the years, Boxford has been a staunch supporter of design technology since its inception, as both a supplier to the subject and a UK manufacturer employing engineers across all manufacturing disciplines. We really do understand the positive impact the subject makes on young people's lives. Events like the awards evening, which celebrate this subject, are just fantastic, and we are so pleased to be able to offer our support. Paul, your prize is a desirable, we say that because we manufacture it, rotary attachment for your Boxford router, and hopefully this will enable you to be even more innovative and creative for many more years to come. Once again, Paul, many congratulations on the award.
Design technology has always been a passion of mine. As a former structural engineer, when I came into teaching, I saw fantastic opportunities to develop an understanding within design technology of the sorts of things that it requires to be an engineer. I love to watch the collaborative thinking, the problem finding, the problem solving that went on in the classroom. And it was great to see so many children flourish, where perhaps in other subjects they hadn't had the opportunity to flourish before. I'm proud of many of the things that we've done over the years, either in classes or with our STEM clubs. But I'm particularly proud of the offer we had during lockdown this time. On our bespoke platform, we designed and made some fantastic lessons using the Design Technology Association's materials, plus some additional materials from the engineering department in Manchester University. And the lessons were really enjoyed by all. Not just enjoyed, but 100% commitment, 100% of work was submitted. And when the children came back from lockdown into school, the retention, the understanding and the vocabulary was still there. Feedback from the parents and the children about those lessons was particularly positive, and I'm really proud of that. I'm proud of our pupils and how hard they work, and I'm sure that amongst them we've got some future designers, some future technologists, some future engineers, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for them. Thank you very much.
Thank you for selecting me as your winner of Most Inspirational Teaching in Design Technology Secondary. I spent the first and second year of my teaching career teaching mainly GCSE boys. There were times in the classroom where it was dangerous, where I actually had to stop practical work. Through perseverance, determination, and just trying really, really hard, I managed to bring those boys around and actually help them towards their careers. A lot of them have actually gone into D&T related careers at university and beyond now, which is fantastic. I also got the best GCSE results at my school for I think it was about 15 years, my head teacher said. So I received recognition for that as well. So for this reason, I took the students to Rolls-Royce in Derby. Students began to see the links between maths, science, engineering, D&T, which actually helped them to pick what they wanted to do, which is fantastic. I just want to hope that I could be an inspiration for new teachers, and that determination, perseverance will hopefully lead you to success. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Martyn, Hale, the CEO of HME, and we're proud to sponsor the most inspirational teacher for design and technology. Based in Bromsgrove, we are focused on supplying design, manufacture, installation, commission, and indeed training on a wide range of machines for the subject. Having just returned from Dubai, I'm so pleased to report that we've got some fantastic new innovation centres which will really hit the STEM subject fully. I'm pleased to present Sarah Mahood from the Benrose School in Uttoxeter with a 3D printer which includes the extraction for her personal use. It's a fantastic product and I'm sure she'll make full use of it. Thank you.
First and foremost, I feel very privileged to have had a long career teaching design and technology and engineering to young people who are often enthusiastic about learning and developing new skills. Whether teaching design and technology or engineering at Key Stage 4 and beyond, students gain inspiration and a passion for practical STEM activities at Key Stage 2 and 3. I've run primary outreach activities in our feeder schools and as part of a dynamic and forward-thinking faculty, deliver a broad range of activities at Key Stage 3. These range from design-based activities, such as a nightlight and CAD design work, to skills-based projects that investigate composite materials, such as concrete, or projects that develop fabrication skills that will be required at Key Stage 4. I run an engineering club with a mini-moto motorcycle, where students can gain an understanding of some engineering principles and have the opportunity to redesign and manufacture parts of it. Of course, they get to ride it as well. Many thanks for the award, and I'd just like to thank Data for all the work that they put into supporting our subject area.
Hello, my name's Danya, and I work for the James Dyson Foundation, Dyson's charitable trust. Our mission is to inspire the next generation of engineers, and one of the ways in which we do this is to provide free resources for schools, enabling students to get hands-on with engineering. Design and technology is often an early introduction to engineering for students, which is why we fully support the Design and Technology Association's work. I'd like to congratulate Martyn Davies from Fernwood School on winning the James Dyson Foundation Award for Excellence in Engineering Education.
I've been teaching design technology for just over 20 years, and one of my keen interests is digital technology. This may start just in the form of CAD. In Key Stage 3 we we use Adobe Illustrator, and we also use Rhinoceros, which is a 3D CAD software package. One of our recent projects is a small toy for a Kinder Egg, and this toy is in the form of a robot for now, and this allows students that are able to manipulate basic geometric shapes, have a level of success. And then we also have students that are able to be more organic with their design, and they also have a great level of success there. We aim to give our pupils lots of skills along the way, so when they get to GCSE and A level, they're able to dip in and out of different technologies. And sometimes they pick up new ones. So, for instance, this year we've been looking at crumbles, Raspberry Pi. I think this is quite a nice way to approach design technology. One week we might be working with woods, the next week we'll be adding some other elements so that we can combine textiles or electronics, for instance. And we also had a Mondrian style chair which had the LED lights in there, and it's a little bit while before everyone had them in their rooms. But we managed to import a really nice Wi-Fi controller from Hong Kong at the time, and so another element where we could control that through an app on a phone. So there's just never a set way of doing things. We just like to see where the projects go and then bring in the technology as and required. And who knows what the future will bring.
The Institution of Engineering and Technology is very proud to support the award for creative use of technologies in D&T subjects. And I'm delighted to say the winner is Daniel Wahab from Waldengham School in Surrey. Congratulations, Daniel, very well deserved.
I founded the STEM workshop back in 2017, following on from a long career as a design and technology teacher and leader within a secondary school. At the time, the subject was in decline both at primary and secondary level, and I felt that I could do more working independently to support those schools and organisations. So at the STEM workshop, I provide high quality learning opportunities to help embed the teaching of design and technology and engineering right through from early years right through to post 16. Those workshops also support in helping young people contextualise their learning from science and maths, and also connect them to jobs and careers across these subjects, as I felt that having worked with a number of students over my career, I felt that it was a bit of a minefield when they were looking for jobs and careers within these sectors due to the terminology that's used. So I'm hoping to break down those barriers. Over the time, I've worked with 15,000 young people, connecting them to many different careers, including mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, civil engineering, product design, furniture design, and many, many more. I'm delighted to be here today, and I'm delighted that I've been recognised by the Design and Technology Association, because I'm really passionate about promoting the subject and making sure that we strengthen the subject.
I'm very honoured to receive this award. It really means so much to me, but I also don't think I'd be here without the support and encouragement of my DT teacher, Andy Thompson. So my interest in design engineering actually stemmed from my concern for the environmental issues that we're facing. For me, it's through engineering that I have the power to actually create solutions to these problems. And engineering is just a really exciting field to be in at the moment. And I think actually more than that, I love the creative free reign that I had to work on individual self-initiated projects that solved problems that were, important to me. So in my A-level design engineering project, I addressed the issue of cross-contamination in rubbish bins, which is a significant contributor to plastic landfill waste in the UK. So I designed a smart educational recycling bin which uses a Raspberry Pi Python database and graphical user interface, which displays educational infographics and allows users to scan packaging, encouraging them to recycle correctly and then also become more aware of their environmental footprint. In my GCSE project, I created a bicycle mountable wind-powered charger designed to help touring cyclists as well as cyclists in remote rural areas like India and Africa harvest wind energy to, very cheaply to power their electronic devices and stay connected. I'm actually thinking of further developing the project at university. I'm very sorry I couldn't be with you today as I'll be settling in at UCLA to study mechanical engineering, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, thank you once again for this award.
Good evening. I am delighted to be presenting this award for Excellence Pupil Achievement on behalf of the Royal Academy of Engineering. My name is Scott Atkinson and I run education programmes at the Academy. The Royal Academy of Engineering is harnessing the power of engineering to build a sustainable society and an inclusive economy that works for everyone. For our national education programmes, we are developing the skills for the future and driving innovation. Last year, we supported more than 1,000 school teachers with professional development, distributed 32,500 STEM resource packs so students could continue practical and scientific studies whilst learning from home. And we created more than 190,000 STEM learning opportunities during the course of the school year. Tonight's winner has not only demonstrated her ability to blend technology and ecology in her quest for a better world, but she is also encouraging STEM-focused organisations to invest time and resources into virtual work experience for our next generation of engineers. Vivika has demonstrated her exceptional talent to design and make products that really do make a difference. Whether it's using our natural resources to charge mobile devices on the move, or educating and creating recycling awareness, Vivika's ambition to create a more sustainable, carbon-neutral world has begun. Congratulations, Vivika, and we look forward to seeing what the future holds for you.
I'm extremely proud and fortunate to lead a group of highly motivated and inspirational teachers who always aspire to give our students the very best design and technology experience possible. Together we've planned and sequenced our curriculum so that each and every student has the very best opportunity to apply their knowledge and understanding from other areas of their curriculum such as maths, science, English and geography to solve real life problems and to design useful products that improve their everyday lives. Our user-centred design approach is central to all our learning activities. These units of learning are sequenced so that substantive knowledge is built across lots of activities, materials, processes and techniques. We embrace traditional technologies alongside embedding new technologies such as 3D printing, robotics and computer-aided design. Our workspaces have areas for collaboration and flexibility to allow students to embrace and use different processes and techniques throughout their design journey. We enrich our curriculum through outside speakers who come and share their expertise with our students about careers in the local area from local engineering manufacturers or from outside agencies such as the Institute of Engineering or our local university to talk about educational paths. We enrich our curriculum through trips and visits, and this might be through trips to the mini plant in Oxford so students can see robotic manufacture firsthand, or further afield to Italy to see the supercar industry of Ferrari, Pagani and Lamborghini. We give our students real life briefs to solve, and this might be through competitions such as our local Rotary Engineering competition or the V&A Innovate competition or the Design and Ventura competition, which we're immensely proud of being the winners of in 2019. Our approach to design technology is holistic. We aim to give our students the very best opportunities to become responsible designers of the future.
We're making good progress with the subject, and I'm pleased to say that the profile of the subject has been raised amongst staff, children and parents. At the start of our journey, we made sure that there was clear coverage across the school of all strands in design and technology. A key focus was to make sure that the projects covered were genuine design and technology and that they had a clear user and purpose. I was also keen for the children to experience and appreciate the cyclical process of design and technology through some of their projects. As a school, we have also started to use a skills progression document to make sure that we are teaching the appropriate skills for the key stage as well as preparing them for future years. I have been so impressed with how staff have embraced design and technology. We have been lucky enough to have had investment in the subject. A Tinker table has also been introduced where children have been able to investigate existing products and take them apart and see how they work. They've had laptops and washing machines, to name just a few. They linked it to their topic about the Antarctic. The children had to design and make a freestanding structure that would shelter and protect Captain Scott against extreme weather conditions. They especially loved testing their structure against some extreme downpours. We still have lots that we want to work on at Week over the coming years, but having a keen and enthusiastic staff make it all the easier as the DT leader.
I would like to start by saying how honoured I feel to have been given this amazing award by the Design and Technology Association. I haven't always been involved in D&T. My professional career has been in telecommunications, but a few years ago I had the opportunity to take early retirement. Fishing and golf have never held any appeal to me, and as a schoolboy I was always making things. Unfortunately, the school I attended in the 1960s had little interest in this aspect of the curriculum, and I felt I wanted to give young people the opportunities I never had. I have been working as a volunteer D&T technician, mainly supporting extracurricular activities. I have mentored teams that have had successes in F1 in schools, where we won the fastest car at the World Finals in 2017, the Navy Challenge, where we won a number of awards over several years, and Green Power. This year we've also won the CANSAT competition. I love working with the students and find it immensely rewarding, but I do need to thank all my colleagues for their support, without which I would not have been able to have achieved so much. I am lucky enough to work with the UTC, WMG Academy for Young Engineers, where the ethos of the organisation and the staff combine to make all this possible. Thank you again for this award. I feel privileged to be part of this design and technology community.
I'd like to start by thanking the Design and Technology Association for presenting me with this award. I joined the design department at Goldsmiths in 2003 and have worked with both BA Ed and PGCE D&T students, providing taught sessions, but mainly putting on a dark suit and visiting them in schools, where I sit at the back of their classroom or workshop while they deliver teaching to Key Stage 3 and 4 pupils and sometimes post-16 groups. At first, I find my students are quite nervous, but the conversations we have following their lessons give them an opportunity to reflect and consider how to develop and strengthen their practice. Learning and development are the results of the efforts of a diverse team. Being based in London has allowed me to build relationships with several internationally renowned institutions, such as the V&A, the Design Museum, and in the past, the National Theatre. Colleagues at the V&A contribute to a major project which leads to an assessed assignment later in the year. This project focuses on the benefits of using objects to deliver learning in D&T. Students investigate the benefits and drawbacks of using objects, then create a handling collection which they trial in their schools. I would like to thank colleagues at the V&A for their enthusiasm and their support for my students over the years. At Goldsmiths, we are really fortunate to be working with some great schools in and around London and some great school mentors. I would like to recognise the brilliant work done by school mentors and thank them for their continued support. And finally, a massive thank you to the past Goldsmiths PGC and BA Ed students who have graduated and are now taking D&T forward in their schools, both in London and around the country. It has been a joy and a privilege to work with you. Thank you.
Hello from everyone at Heart Educational, and congratulations to Alan Bright from Goldsmiths University for winning the Design Technology Teacher Education Award. Your prize is a box of creative resources for all of your PGCE students, as well as a £200 voucher to spend on design and technology resources. We hope you enjoy the rest of this evening, and congratulations again on winning the prize.
It's been a privilege to have worked through the birth and development of design and technology and the national curriculum. Attending long and short in-service courses led me to design and tutor courses across the country and indeed other countries. This led to a growth in similar school and college practice. My college course was steeped in education and design. Technology I learnt during my career. Reflecting, having taught, advised, inspected and examined design and technology from preschool to postgraduates, what was key to all of that? That learning is applied to business and industry, with cross-curricular links being developed, making learning relevant, keeping up with digital developments. I still see ex-pupils, colleagues, leaders and industrialists and reflect on their work. And now I'm still designing and making and leading local youth and some adult learning. So currently, what a fantastic time it is to be immersed in designing and making education.
Hi, I'm Neil Stevenson and I'm a bespoke furniture maker. We've been very impressed over a number of years with the Design and Technology Association, and particularly the teachers which the association sponsors. The quality of the work achieved by the teachers with their students is quite inspiring, and it behoves companies of our sort to step up to the plate and support these organisations when they're doing such tremendous work.
The PTC Education team is proud to present the Onshape Special Award recognising Design and Technology's social impact. This past school year has seen unimaginable challenges for educators, yet during difficult and uncertain times, these educators stepped up and made thousands of PPE items for those in need during the COVID pandemic. The following educators are being recognised and awarded for their impact. Andrew Duffy from Merchant Taylors School in Hertfordshire, David Clay from Priory Community School in North Somerset, Helen Vardy from King Egbert School in South Yorkshire, Kirby Dowler from John Taylor High School in Derbyshire, Michael Noonan from Queen Elizabeth Barnet in Hertfordshire, Sam Booth from Bradfield School in South Yorkshire, Shaquille Rathor from Longdeed School in Hertfordshire, Steve Newton from Stamford School in Lincolnshire, Stuart Sweetman from King Henry VIII in West Midlands, and Tim Weston from Oakham School in Rutland. Congratulations to you all, and thank you again for your contributions this year.
This is my final sort of thank you to you all, as it were. So on behalf of every single one of the people that you engage with, volunteer for, teach, even just had that one-off conversation that might have inspired them. And I promise you there will be hundreds, if not thousands of kids out there that are in careers like engineering that have come from your DT classes. Thank you for doing that for them, because you have no idea how many of these little nerdy girls who went to NASA Kennedy Space Center when they were kids that are living their dreams and hopefully going to space or doing whatever else that you inspired them to do because of what you did. So I genuinely thank you. I cannot thank you enough. I would, if I had a glass, raise it to you. Unfortunately, I don't have a glass, but we haven't had any toast tonight. So I do think now is an appropriate time that we all grab our glasses and raise a toast to the teachers and thank them. So, to the teachers.
So wishing everybody the very best for the future, the subject, the teachers, the schools, and hopefully we'll move it on and really make some more progress in the next year. Thank you very much everybody, and a good trip home.